The promise that God makes here about His law. Leviticus 26, verse 3. For if you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and perform them, then I will give you rain in its season. The land shall yield its produce, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit. You'll prosper. If you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments, God promises, I will prosper you materially as a nation. Your threshing shall last till the time of vintage, and the vintage shall last till the time of sowing. You shall eat your bread to the full and dwell in your land safely. I'm going to give you so much abundance, so much wealth, so much security. You'll dwell safely. I will give peace in the land, and you shall lie down, and none will make you afraid. I will rid the land of evil beasts, and the sword will not go through your land. You will chase your enemies, and they shall fall by the sword before you. I will make you victorious. I not only will give you peace in your nation, but I'll make you victorious in battle. 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight. Your enemies shall fall by the sword before you, for I will look on you favorably and make you fruitful and multiply you and confirm my covenant with you. You shall eat the old harvest and then clear out the old because the news come in. You're not even going to be able to finish last year's harvest before the new harvest comes in. You're going to have so much abundance, you're going to be throwing food away to make room for the new food. You know, put it in today's terms. You know, the stock market is going to rise like crazy. You know, you're going to prosper financially, materially. That's what he's saying here. And I will set my tabernacle among you. My soul shall not abhor you. And I will walk among you and be your God, and you shall be my people. Here God promises, if you keep my statutes, if you walk in my ways, I'm going to bless your socks off. I'm going to prosper you beyond your wildest dreams as a nation. You're going to dwell in safety and security. You don't have to worry about anybody trying to invade your country or overthrow you. You'll have great security if you just keep my statutes and my commandments and perform them. And it'll be a witness to all the nations. Boy, the Israelites are really prosperous. Man, they have peace and security, prosperity. Must be because of their God. It will be a witness to the nations. And again, only Israel received God's law. Only Israel was chosen. Only Israel received these wonderful promises. And the idea, again, is Israel, as they walk in God's law, according to His statutes, and God blesses them and prospers them as a people, the nations would take notice and be drawn to the God of Israel. And hopefully the same is true with us as we follow Christ. People see our life and they see God's blessing upon our life and our peace that we have, our prosperity that we have, and they're drawn to Jesus Christ. They want to learn more about Jesus Christ. Now look at verse 4 again, Romans chapter 9, verse 4. The next privilege that is listed there, to Israel belongs the service of God. The service of God. This refers to the tabernacle service, and later in the time of King Solomon, the temple service. Again, God put His tabernacle in Israel, and later His temple in Israel. And Israel was the only place that God did that. Israel was the only place you could go on the face of the earth to visit the dwelling place of God, to go to His house. Israel was the only place on the face of the earth where you could go to God's temple, the true God, and worship Him and make a sacrifice for your sins. You couldn't do that anywhere else in the world. Back in Exodus, I'll just read it to you, but Exodus chapter 29, Exodus 29, verse 43. This is what God says when they're building the tabernacle. God says, listen, this is the God of the universe. He says, and there, the tabernacle, there I will meet with the children of Israel, And the tabernacle shall be sanctified by my glory. And so I will consecrate the tabernacle of meeting and the altar. I will also consecrate both Aaron and his sons to minister to me as priests. I will dwell among the children of Israel, and I will be their God, and they shall know that I am the Lord their God, who brought them up out of the land of Egypt, that I may dwell among them. I am the Lord their God. God says, I will meet with you there. The God of the universe is going to humble himself and dwell in the midst of Israel. It's called the tabernacle of meeting, because there the children of Israel could meet with the God of the universe. And God plants his house right in the middle of the camp of Israel so that he can dwell among them, and so that they can come and meet with him and fellowship with him and seek him. He doesn't do that anywhere else. He doesn't do that anywhere else. Israel was the only place. You know, God didn't put tabernacles all over the world in a bunch of different cities. He didn't franchise the tabernacle. Only Israel. God didn't choose any other nation for that. God in his sovereignty chose Israel for that, and only Israel. And so if you wanted to go meet with the Lord at his house, you went to Israel. You wanted to go up to the house of the Lord to worship him, you had to go to Israel, because that's where God was. He was dwelling among the Israelites. When Israel celebrated the different feasts that God established in his word, they would all go up to the tabernacle in Israel to celebrate, or later the temple. Israel alone had this privilege. They alone had the service of God.